Hey guys, Prizm here, welcome back to another video. Now today I am bringing you, this is a post-com. This isn't live, this is taken from the theatre. This is a game of Search and Destroy on Newtown, and I think I finished the game 12-4. A couple of the kills were 100% my fault, and I really shouldn't have died to it, but now I know what I did wrong and I'm working on not doing it ever again. But some of these deaths are just crazy. Now in today's video I want to talk about something about Search and Destroy and competitive Call of Duty. So in this video all I want to talk about is where my love for Search and Destroy, like how I got on to love it, and competitive Call of Duty. And it all starts back in Modern Warfare 2. Now every weekend I used to go to my cousin's house and he would play GB matches. If you know what GB matches are, well it's a website called Game Battles, and it's ran by Major League Gaming, and it's basically like teams. You create your own team and then you play each other, and there's like tournaments and ladders and stuff, and he would always play with his friends on Modern Warfare 2, and I would always watch him, and I wouldn't mind that it was quite fun because they were pretty good, so they would win the majority of those matches and then I would watch them. And I think that's probably why I started playing Search and Destroy, is because that's what they played. That's majority of tournaments and ladder matches on GB are Search and Destroy based, so that's pretty much all they played, so that was pretty much all I watched, and that is probably the reason why I kind of only play Search and Destroy. I'm kind of branching out to Capture the Flag, Hardpoint, and what's the other one, Uplink, because some ladder matches and tournaments now have other game modes. Well, they always used to have that, but majority of them are Search and Destroy. There was one time where they only had 3 people. Now you can either play singles, which is 1v1, you can play doubles, 2v2, you play 3v3, and you can play 4v4, and they normally played 4v4. So there was one time where I was pretty young, this was still on MW2, and I can't even remember when that game came out. Was it 2009ish? Well, I think it was 2009, probably wrong, but if it was, then I was 9 years old, and they must have only had 3 people or something, and my cousin asked me if I would play, and it was a Search and Destroy game on high rise, and there was one point where it was 1v3, and I honestly, they were getting so hyped, and long story short, I managed to kill all 3 of the people, and I felt like Superman at that point, and it felt so good. And then that's when I started playing GBs. I played solo GBs because none of my friends actually played competitive COD, so and my cousin and his friends, they obviously already had their team, and you can't play 5v5. Well, I think you can now, but I'm not too sure if you could then. So I was playing 1v1s, and I think I had a pretty decent record. Now actually here, this is one of the really stupid kills. I think I ended up calling a lightning strike and killing myself. Yeah, I can't believe I did that. That's one of the worst deaths ever. But yeah, going back, and then I got a little bit older, a couple of years later. We're in Call of Duty Ghosts now. No, Black Ops 2. Now, if you're in a competitive Call of Duty, then you know that Black Ops 2 kind of exploded in terms of Call of Duty as an esport, and that's when I started watching the pro teams like Optic, FaZe. Back then I think it was Complexity. What was the other big team? I can't remember, But those were the three main teams that I watched back then, and that's when I started to realise that when some of the players like clutch up and they start getting hyped, that was just making me remember this one time where I managed to clutch up on a 1v3, and not all the time, but sometimes when I have to clutch up in a game of Search and Destroy or something, I just think of that time in MW2 where I managed to clutch up, and I think that's why I like competitive COD as well, because I just love the stress and the anxiety in a way. So that is basically what happened. The only reason I play Search, maybe not only reason, but the main reason I play Search and love competitive Call of Duty is because when I was 9 years old, I clutched up in a 1v3 on Modern Warfare 2 High Rise with a UMP. As how much I remember so much about that, and I just need to play competitive Call of Duty nowadays. And yeah, so hopefully in the next couple of days, weeks, months, hopefully years, if I'm still doing YouTube in a couple of years, maybe join a team or something, start playing more competitive Call of Duty. But guys, this video is coming to an end, so I will see you next video. Bye guys.